All right, let's get you the next installment of our magical journey down the River Nile. CCTV Africa is collaborating with Egypt's state media to deliver the special coverage. Mohammed is joining me now from Cairo with more details. Mohammed, is a fascinating day 6 on that journey down the River Nile. What do you have in store for us today?
Fascinating indeed. Thanks, Nairobi. We're still in Cairo in this wonderful weather. A little bit sunny, but we still get some breeze from the Nile. We are in a felucca in the Nile, and my company, my co-anchor Penina. Penina, I understand this is your second time in a felucca.
It is my second time, Mohammed. First experience was down in Aswan. I took a boat ride just around sunset. It was really great just watching the sunset and the scenery.
Must have been fantastic.
Oh, it was pleasant. But this is the first time I'm doing a show on a felucca, and I must tell you, Mohammed, I'm a little bit jittery because my swimming skills are really bad, but it's thrilling for me to be here. I mean, you can see all of the boats lined up on the shores, right on this side, across the other side of the river. There isn't much happening right now, but you saw just a few days ago how much alive the Nile was at night, and it's just to pick up from late afternoon around 4-5 p.m.
Yes, exactly. Right now it's midday here in Cairo. Almost everybody is at work. We're still on our track of the mighty Nile in its journey across Egypt, trying to figure out how far it has affected life here. We started over in Aswan, moved to Al-Aqsa, and now we are in Cairo in this magnificent view of the Nile at the background.
It's been an incredible journey, Mohammed. We're on day 6, just about to wrap up this amazing journey on the Nile. So we're obviously very close to the Mediterranean Sea, where there's a lot of salt. But in the midst of all that salt, something sweet is being produced. Here's Famida Miller.
Even as the Nile flows into the sea, the river remains the lifeblood of the land. Here, it's supporting an industry that stretches far back into history. Among the thousands who work the date farms just up the coast from Alexandria is Ali Mohammed Qasim.
أنا خريج ليسانس حقوق جامعة اسكندرية. طبعا احنا نظام عائلي كلنا عائلة واحدة مع بعض. عشان طبعا عندي أرض وبتاع، اضطريت إن أنا نسيب الشغل في المهنة في المحاماة واتبعت أرضي عشان طبعا نظام فلاحين بقى نبقى كلنا إيه مع بعض واحدة.
This late in the year, most of the harvesting is complete. The fruits have already been delivered to buyers in Cairo and Alexandria. But the date trees still need pruning in order to give the best yield next season.
الراجل على النخله ده بيقلم النخله، بيحلقها، بيشيل الكنافه والحاجات الناشفه منها بحيث ان هي تبدا تطلع جديد. بس بيحضرها لان هي تطلع الثمره الجديده.
Ali is continuing a tradition in Egypt that stretches back more than 6,000 years. According to the United Nations, Egypt is the world's top date producer. In 2012, it produced more than 1.5 million tons.
اولا البلح بيطلع نوع عندنا بالنسبه بيطلع بيرجع لنوع التربه اللي موجوده عندنا في تكون. بتطلع بلحه ناعمه وطعمها حلو غير البلح اللي بره او غير البلح مثلا في السعوديه او غيره.
There could be up to 1 million date palms in the plantations in this area alone. All of them kept alive by the waters of the Nile.
الزراعه اصلا ما بتطلعش الا بالميه الحلوه، ما ينفعش تطلع من غير بدون اي ميه. هي النيل اساس الحياه في مصر. حياه مصر كلها مترتبه على النيل، سواء زراعه صناعه اي حاجه هو النيل. والزراعه ما بتطلعش عندنا الميه، حتى ميه الارض اللي هي ميه بتطلع من المياه الجوفيه ما بتنفعش في الزراعه عندنا.
The Nile itself is actually a few kilometers away from here. That gives you an idea of the scale of the irrigation network. But what's remarkable is that the dates flourish just meters back from the beach. The power of the Nile, transforming a region which should be rendered barren by salt water and sand.
Egyptians from all walks of life like dates and they eat it in many different ways. Benina, do you have dates and palm trees in Kenya? Kenya is one of the Nile Basin countries.
You know, Mohammed, we got dates, but on a very, very small scale and just along the coastline of Kenya. I mean, it wouldn't obviously be like here in Egypt, where you've got a variety of dates. Just looking at what we have now.
Yeah. This is dried dates.
Right.
You know why is it dried?
I don't know.
Because this is not the season for dates now. The season is usually in winter.
Right.
We dry dates so that we can eat it later when there is no dates. Because dates are very famous with Egyptians. Have you tasted it before?
I haven't tasted. Just let me have a piece of this.
Yes. Let me try it.
I think I like the dried dates much better than the fresh dates. And I also see that we've got some biscuits here. These obviously look like they have dates as well in the middle.
Exactly. You'd find biscuits and cookies made here with dates, especially at home and even in bakeries.
Right.
And we eat dates in several occasions. We eat it in the Eid, the feast. We have two feasts. And we eat it in Ramadan, where we fast. After a very long day of fasting, the first thing we eat is dates, whether it's in biscuits or just raw dates like this.
Right. And you have obviously a variety of dates, different colors, right?
Exactly. We have red dates, yellow, brown, and even black dates. And they all taste differently. You should try them.
I will, definitely. I'm going to sample some of those. Egypt is one of the top producers of dates in the world. Just how much has the government invested in this sector? I mean, would you have somebody, for instance, leaving employment to just go and do date farming?
Well, the government is encouraging young people to go and to start their own projects concerning, palm trees and having date factories like this, especially after the investment conference we had.
Right. Do they grow all across Egypt, or do we have specific regions where they thrive?
Actually, you'll find palm trees all over Egypt, but there are very famous areas like Siwa, Aswan, Farafra, and Sinai that are very famous of dates, growing dates.
Right. So obviously agriculture, very important to the growth of the economy here, but also another key factor or key pillar of the economy here in Egypt is tourism. It took a hard beating in 2011 after the uprising, but now it's slowly recovering thanks a lot to domestic tourism. Here's Yasser Hakim.
After snaking thousands of kilometers north through Africa, the Nile finally reaches the sea, here on Egypt's coast. The final stretch of the river brings us here to the small town of Ras El Bar. In ancient times, it gave refuge to the sailors from the Mediterranean Sea, but now it has a different type of visitor: Egyptian tourists. It's low season here. It's actually pretty cold, and the town looks tired. All the action is on the river, fishing boats heading out to sea or back. But during the summer months, the population can increase tenfold, and Ras El Bar comes alive. Even in the low season, nighttime is the busy time. This is one of many restaurants on the river's edge, and this restaurant cooks shawarma. Shawarma is basically meat wrapped up in pancake, which is very delicious and keeps a steady flow of customers throughout the year. ممكن بقى واحد سندوتش شاورما باللحمة من ايديكم الحلوين؟ Saeed Azmi is among thousands who make their living catering for visitors to Ras El Bar.
وايه رايك بقى في البلد؟ يعني دلوقتي الظروف عامله ازاي؟ شايف ان
لا،
الدنيا
في
هتبقى
تحسن
احسن؟
طبعا مستمر ملحوظ وموجود عن الاول بكتير، يعني حتى احسن من المراحل اللي فاتت بكتير قوي. التحسن ظاهر وملحوظ عند كل الناس.
طب الحمد لله.
يعني ايام الثوره والحاجات دي كان في قلق، كان في خوف. كانت ناس بتخاف تخرج، كانت ناس بتخاف تيجي كتير، وكان في مع قطع الطريق كان في اي مشكله كانت بتحصل كانت بتقطع الطريق العمومي بتاع راس البر، فكان ده بيأثر برضه علينا هنا. احنا شفنا ايام في الثوره هنا ايام صعبه جدا. يعني أنا محل زي ده كان بيقفل الساعه 9 من قله الشغل. هو مع الاستقرار كل مدى يعني في تحرك، يعني مع الاستقرار الوضع الامني
Now it's time for my shawarma. It's ready. Let me see. Hot and tasty. Beautiful.
Tourism is critical to Egypt's economy. 1 in 6 of the entire workforce was involved in tourism not so long ago. the Nile is a central attraction. Recent political troubles have been bad for business. The number of tourists in 2013 was 5 million less than in 2010. But Egypt's hoping the visitors will return. Security is being tightened and there's a drive to promote Egypt, particularly in China and other Asian countries.
Ras Al Bar is an attraction better known to locals rather than foreigners. But as a place where the Nile flows into the sea, this is considered one of the most significant meeting points in Africa.
Someone will kill me. So domestic tourism playing an essential role in the revival of this sector. Mohammed, how popular is domestic tourism?
It is popular especially in summer vacation time, where everybody finishes up his finals, you know. So they go to places like Alexandria, Ras Al Bar, and other places that are famous for domestic tourism. Our viewers, if you have any questions for us about the Nile and its effect on the continent, please send them to us. We'll have an expert at 1700 GMT to answer most of your questions. Please reach us at Twitter handle CCTV News Africa.
Mohammed there, and that incredible journey down the river of life. We'll be sure to join Mohammed and Penina again at 1700 GMT for more on the River Nile. Do stay with us for that.